Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jazz. So today I want to share with you my commonplace notebook system, which I use to collect articles and reference materials and to record my own observations and ideas. The way that I choose which articles to keep is if I read an article about something that I want to bookmark or download, I will write it down in my notebook instead. I like flipping through physical books a lot more than scrolling through web pages, so using a commonplace notebook also encourages me to reread my notes and helps my memory. I've been developing this system of organizing knowledge for the last 7 years, since I started uni basically. I've tried various diary and journaling systems and notebooks like bullet journaling, all the Hobonichi books, ring organizers, etc., etc. And in the end, the system that worked for me was so simple and so easy. So I hope that this video can help you out if you're on the same journey that I was on. And if you clicked on this video, then you probably are. I want to put in a disclaimer that this is not a diary or a journal. I do not decorate my commonplace notebook, and I don't write about my day or my feelings. This is purely a functional notebook, and commonplace notebooks are famously non-emotional. If I were to include any images, they would be photos or diagrams that support or enhance the information in the article. I also want to give a big shout out to Megan Rhiannon, who was a big inspiration throughout my own journey since uni and who also inspired my current system. I'll leave a link to her channel in the description. Definitely check her out if you want to see some slow and cozy vlogs. Okay, let's get into it. For my commonplace notebook, I use an A5 size Nanami 7C's microdots notebook. It gets its name from the special type of grid that it has, and I'm not sure if you're able to see it, but the grid is made up of a small ring with a smaller dot in the center. Now, I've seen reviews of this notebook where they said that the microdots are really distracting. I personally don't find them distracting at all. In fact, I think I prefer this dot grid over the standard dots because the empty space between the outer ring and the central dot lightens the grid compared to if the dots were a solid color. This notebook is filled with 52 GSM Tomoe River paper. There are 480 pages, and that makes it the exact size of a Hobonichi cousin notebook. I have the notebook inside a leather Hobonichi cousin cover, which I've modified by removing the pen loops. I wasn't using the pen loops and they were getting in the way in my bag, so I removed them just by removing the stitching. And this did not damage the leather at all, and I don't mind how it looks either. Inside the front cover, I have the blotting sheet that came with the microdots notebook, and I also have some dot stickers for my commonplacing system. In my notebook, I use my Pilot Friction pen in the color grey and the size 0.7, and my Lamy 2K with an extra fine nib. I have my Lamy 2K inked with this Pilot Iroshizuku ink. At the back of my notebook, I actually have a regular sticky note attached to the back, and that's because my Friction pen for some reason sometimes has a hard start, and so I just scribble the pen on the back for a little bit until the ink starts running again. Okay. So the first 5 pages of my notebook are dedicated to a table of contents. I have the page number going down the left-hand side and then the article title going down the right. Next, you'll find my categorizing system. I label all of my articles under one of these 5 categories. So red is for work-related. Since I'm currently unemployed, that really means interview-related. Yellow is for commentary on books, movies, and other media. So this just means critical reviews, essays, letters, or my own thoughts on novels, journals, news articles, movies, documentaries, podcasts, just all the media that I consume. Green is for copied text or reference material. I guess this category is for your standard commonplace articles. These are usually copied directly from the source. Blue is for a special interest of mine, which is aviation investigations, mostly from the ATSB, who are the National Transport Safety Investigators here in Australia. And orange is for recording any notes, ideas, and progress on my personal projects. So here is the page setup that I actually continued using. First, we have the page number on the bottom. Then we have the dot stickers to categorize the article. And then we have the title of the article next to it and underlined. The page is split into 2 sections. In the left-hand margin, I can write the source of the article, references to other pages in my notebook, contextual or additional information, or my own thoughts on the article. And in the right-hand side, I just have the main content. You can see that this article is categorized under blue and green. Normally, a single blue dot means that I've copied an investigation summary directly from the investigation report. In this case, this was a reference article from the ATSB about their investigation process, so I've labeled it as blue for ATSB and green for reference, if that makes sense. On this page, I've referenced this page and the article in the margin. So this paragraph referenced a primary source of information that I wanted to copy down as well. So I just wrote in the margin, see page 19 for the full translated text, and then I can go to page 19 and find that text there. In this article, I've made a note in the margin that says while this reference is used a lot for this topic, professionals agree that it's not a reliable source of information. So that's just an example of the kind of notes that I would make in my margins. This article is about the Nicaraguan sign language. The article that I copied this text from obviously used a lot of linguistics terms that I didn't understand. So in the margin, I've written the definitions of these terms next to the paragraph that they're used in. So this is something that some of you might find interesting. When I began this notebook, I re-inked my Lamy 2K, and here I've made a note on where a full chamber of ink ran out. So it took me 31 pages of writing before I needed to refill it. You'll see quite a few pages where there's nothing written in the margins. I know that a lot of people worry about filling up the space in their notebooks, especially if the notebook was a bit pricey. I'm personally not fussed about that in my notebook. I don't want to fill up the margin with information that's not important, otherwise it defeats the purpose of the system. I'm fine with having empty space if it means that I will be able to find the information that I need easily. Here is an article from Penguin Random House on The Master and Margarita by Mikhail Bulgakov, which is a book that I finished recently. If you wanted to read something that is 100% chaotic, mostly chaotic evil, but there is some chaotic neutral in there, then I highly recommend this book. It was a fun read, although a little bit exhausting in the end, just because there was so much chaos going on for me personally. Okay, so there we have it. That was my commonplace notebook and my commonplacing system. As you can see, it's a really simple system where I'm able to find the articles I need easily and refer back to them quickly. Please let me know if this has helped you in any way. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I will try to answer them there, or I might make another video on it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.